Since the police murder of George Floyd, the conversation around anti-black racism has intensified. We know, of course, Toronto has its own challenging record of police shooting black men. Tonight, we speak to a woman who has been fighting for change for the last 40 years and ask her, is change finally within grasp? Before Black Lives Matter, there was the Black Action Defense Committee, formed in the 1980s after high-profile police shootings of black people.
This is not new. No, this is not new for black people in Toronto.
Beverly Bain is a U of T professor. She remembers all the names of the men shot and killed by police over the decades.
Albert Johnson.
Albert Johnson was killed by police in 1979. Then there was Lester Donaldson in 1988.
And that is when the Black Action Defense Committee formed.
17-year-old Michael Wade Lawson was also killed in '88, shot in the back of the head by Peel police as he fled in a stolen car. No! No! The next year, it was 23-year-old Sophia Cook.
She was shot while sitting in a car. The police released his weapon and fired into the car, and she was shot while sitting strapped in the car.
Sophia survived, but she was paralyzed. Her case became another rallying cry for justice.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Decades later, only the names have changed. In 2020, that name was Dondre Campbell. In 2015, it was Andrew Loku, shot by Toronto police in his apartment hallway while in mental distress. As in so many cases before, questions were asked. Did police try to de-escalate the situation? Or was the use of weapons anti-black racism? Protests were held for Andrew Loku, organized by the newly formed Black Lives Matter Toronto. Just as they were for Albert Johnson almost 4 decades earlier. In 2018, the Ontario Human Rights Commission confirmed what activists like Bain have been saying for decades. After studying 7 years of data, it concluded black residents in Toronto were 20 times more likely to be shot dead by police than white residents.
Are the issues that you're fighting for the same? And is that exhausting?
It is exhausting? No, it hasn't changed.
2003, Saeed Jamajama brutally beaten by a Toronto police officer. 2016, Defonte Miller attacked with a pipe by an off-duty Toronto police officer so badly he lost his eye. Bain notes any past shifts toward progress just revert back.
Racism, colonialism, settler colonialism, capitalism, all of these systems continue to maintain a particular kind of, structure so that we get momentary relief from time to time when we rise up. But then we get certain things, but these things are really not sufficient to change.
What has changed, though, according to Bain, is there is a different ferocity in the new activists of today, and they are putting the country on notice that they will no longer wait to see a significant change. Bain won't use the word hope, but she does say she is convinced more than ever before that the renewed calls for action since George Floyd's killing can actually make a difference.